Verbalpic Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. Like to welcome you out to the show, right? Now, we're going to do something interesting today. We're going to go through the struggles, man, all the way up into the rise of a place and someone from a place known as the Six, right? Now, this is the west side of H-Town, right? You know what I'm saying? This is Houston best kept secret, right? You know, you had groups coming out the H, you know, back in the day, you know what I'm saying, from Carpetone, Conspiracy, you know what I'm saying? You had M2G, Boy Cold Black from the South all the way to the Six, and now we got AO Heinsberg, my boy G. Kelly, right here on Verbalpic Radio, representing that Six, and you hear the boys on the Six, but I want you all to hear his story, right? You know what I mean? It's unique, and it's the real deal. Brother, AO Heinsberg, welcome to the show, dog.
Look, man. Go, baby, I appreciate you. First off, this will people understand, you know, number one, having elder statesmen like you, when we was in school, it was cultivated, because you know a lot of people don't have elder statesmen. They got people that's 2 or 3 years older than them, but at the same time they not mentally 2 or 3 years older. You always was 2 or 3 years older than your age, so it was always easier for us to relate, because you always had a grown man mentality, you know. And I just want to let you know that I appreciate everything and all the contributions you brought to our upbringing.
Right, man, I appreciate that though, but it's nothing like seeing the success.
Well, you know,
and putting the wisdom in the practice.
You know, be honest with you, all success is not quit. The real success is never to quit. Notice I didn't say fail, because you go fail.
Right. Part of the game.
You go fail, you know, but don't quit. You know, the thing is, a lot of people just get frustrated.
Right.
You know, and just like we was talking about, you know, when, like, people don't even know how our stories is, you know what I'm saying, or how our stories intertwine. We was riding at times, you don't even remember I was the one driving the car. Right, because I was just so, you know, but I was young, I was quiet, and I soaked game. Right. And that's what a lot of young people need to do, soak game, you know what I'm saying? A lot of young people need to first off find somebody that got enough sense that you can soak game from. You know? But yeah, man, you know how it was, man, we hustled.
That's right.
We invented narcotic on Highway 6.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, literally, we invented narcotic on Highway 6. So, you know, I got caught up on some cases, on several cases, because, you know, I was one of the first to ever do the boot camp, the Harris County boot camp.
Right.
I was one of the first just to go take them trips and disappear. People like, where that boy going? Oh, he be back. Yeah. You know, but then got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna move around. So then I took that trip. I just went on the run.
Right. So what made you get into the music game?
God, man.
Come on.
If you don't believe in God, man, look at me. I own my own tennis shoe and I don't play no basketball. I just tell people this, you know what I'm saying? But it's the truth. It's like, when I left on the run to go to California, I couldn't wrap a Christmas present. But I ended up getting a deal with a major label because I told God, seriously, when I got there, and I tell everybody, they be like, what happened? I said, man, I got to California, and when I got off the plane to California, I looked up and I said, God, if you help me, I ain't never gonna do nothing to leave. So, and I meant it though.
Right. Cause we all said it. We
can say it, but he know when you mean it. And me personally, I chose to be homeless because I was on the run. I had family in California I could have went to stay with. But I already knew the police, even back then, they gonna be looking at my family, chasing up on their addresses, all my, you know what I'm saying? So what I did was, my mama and them gave me some cheddar before I left, you know. Blessed them that I got a mama and daddy that love me more than their own self. You understand what I'm saying? And that's another thing. But they gave me some cheddar and told me go. I went to California because that's why I left. My mama and daddy told me go. Yeah, and I went to California with the cheddar. Instead of going to get hotel rooms and all that, I went and got a tent. a hot plate, and I slept on Skid Row in East Oakland in a tent with the bums. I was invisible, first off, because I was on the run. But I'm smart. Money running low. I'm gonna tell you the whole thing. Money was running low. I said, damn, I gotta go get a job. And I went to the local mall, Bayfield Mall, right over in San Leandro, right outside East Oakland, to go get a job at Foot Locker. The manager at Foot Locker was a music manager. And he looked on my application and said, oh, you do musicals? I said, yeah, man, I be making beats. I try to rap. He said, oh, yeah? Let me hear something, man. I spit him some trash. And next thing you know, he took me to Dwayne Sparks, who was a doctor at Stanford University in East Palo Alto.
Come on.
And I got a deal that day.
Come on, bro. That's how to go at work, though. I had to go at work. Yeah.
And after that, you know, I had a you know, one of the regular 90s artist deals. So, you know, a lot of my publishing was gone to my management and the label. You know what I'm saying? And the producer. You know, what up, Fred White? You know what I'm saying? Fred White, my first producer. The Dr. Funk, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of, but I didn't trip because Dwayne put a lot of money behind me. You know, I was at KMEL with Sway before Sway had Shade 45 and all that. He was at KMEL with Chewy, and I was with him in San Francisco. You understand what I'm saying? Because my manager had money, he put it behind me. So yeah, I wasn't crying about. When I had my deal, I'm gonna tell you what he gave me a whole box of CDs. Now this before CDs were CDs. Everybody had tapes. He gave me a whole box of CDs about 3 foot high, 3 foot wide. And he used to take care of me. I lived in his penthouse overlooking Lake Mary, downtown Oakland. I had the whole top floor to myself. I drove his BMW. And he gave me about $1,500 a week just to mess off, and he paid for all my groceries and everything. This was before my royalties started coming in.
Right, but believe this.
This is how real record labels do. They gonna make sure the artist is good. You know what I'm saying? And went out there, did what I had to do with him, made me some money, then I bounced, started taking care of my family in Sacramento. You know, that was my auntie, my grandmother, you know, that's the people that believed in me. And I had my gigs. And when I got the sack, I ended up linking up with Sebo and a whole bunch of other dudes, you know what I'm saying, out in Sacramento that was good. I've always go from one link to the next. And once I did that, I made me some money. And I was sitting back, like I said, I was gone on a run for 7 years. So I left in 93. I didn't come back till 2000. You understand what I'm saying?
Come back to the H.
Came back to the H in 2000. But it was 99. I mean, it was funny though. It was 99, okay? And it was New Year's. And we were listening to Pac. I was smoking that good ass Doty out there in California. Hollered at my partner. He was like, what's wrong with you? I heard Pac say, don't go to war unless your money right. I was sitting on about $780,000. I was like, man, I'm gonna go to war with Texas, get this off my back. Came back. As soon as I came back, let me tell you how life is. Let me tell you how life is, period. I came back, I was on the run for 7 years. They gave me a bond and let me go home and fight my case the whole summer of 2000. And then I got sentenced in July, and they told me to turn myself back in on August 8th. But this what happened when you go get Connie Williams, you got 40 grand, you just drop 40 grand, you get Connie Williams, okay? Then what happened when they gonna give you a bond, because they looked and said, oh man, look at his financials. Tell everybody, get your financials up, man. Right. You ain't gonna stay in jail, because they know what you worth. Right. They just want their piece, bro.
Right, that's all right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta pay the house.
I learned that. Right. You know, Connie was like, well, and then, you know, I'm gonna tell it out. Connie was like, give me 30,000. He was like, hey, I can get you probation. I said, oh yeah? I've been on a run for 7 years, man, said he give me probation. Then I was like, what's the catch? He was like, and this is exactly what he said, this is the year 2000. He was like, you smoke that weed? I said, hell yeah. He said, you drink that drink? I said, yeah, occasionally. He said, well, your best bet gets penitentiary time because you going to violate your probation.
Already.
That mess off your money. Then he said, this is what we going to do. Give me 30,000 and give me an extra 15 for the DA. That's when I learned how to game.
Yeah.
See, everybody ain't gonna tell you the sly truth about the world, man.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I call it, the sly truth. Because it's really not the truth, it's the truth they dictate.
Right. Ain't nothing free. Yeah. Nothing free. Yeah. Freedom ain't free.
You ain't free. The only time you free is when you get out the matrix. And what I mean by the matrix, I'm talking about this world. Everybody thinks that it's real. It's created to rule you, to control you, your mind, your spending habits.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you, do you believe that there's scientists that's out there who manipulate or who create certain situations in order to draw people into?
After World War II, they said they were never gonna be in that situation with like a Hitler situation. And yeah, they ain't no believe it.
Right.
I know some of them. When you move around and you remember, I done touched Equatorial Guinea. I done touched every state in the United States, including Hawaii. And everywhere I go, you may not like me, but you gonna respect me. You know, and yeah, everything is dialed for control in the United States.
Yeah, that just happenstance. These things are actually created, right, and put in front of you. And sometimes they'll sit back and wait 4, 5 years. Just
Man, look, let me tell y'all something. When they do the census, when they started doing the census, look at the questions real close on the census. Look at them. They don't just want to know your race, how many people in your household. They get in depth. And what they do is, once they get in depth in what they categorize you in a category. And then just like on Instagram, they've been doing the same thing Instagram, Facebook been doing since they've been started, okay? Except for the government invented that product placement.
Right.
When you look for something, you search for something on your phone, you're gonna automatically see it in your social media.
That's right. Yeah. Control like sheep.
It ain't never been new.
Right. Facts. So let me ask you this: How can you detach yourself from the matrix?
First off, truthfully, I wasn't born in the matrix. So detaching myself was never an issue. So I really can't tell you how to get out of it.
You would never in it.
My grandfather wasn't in it, and he didn't raise us in it. It has to be somebody in your family that ain't in it, that sees things really for how they are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And put you in the same position that they see.
Exactly. Definitely.
You know, because I can tell you my vision, but until you walk it, you won't see it for sure.
Now, did that give you the mindset to create your own brand, from the shoes, shirt, the hat, eating, clothing line? What was the inspiration behind that? The watch. I'm gonna show the watch though. Eating watch.
I'm gonna tell you what the inspiration was for me to do what I do. I don't have a set number of money that I want. See, yeah, all y'all gonna be like, all I need is 30 million. All I need, y'all got a number. I don't have a set number. So, for me to want to go spend my dollars that I got to make dollars that I don't have, but that I'll never understand because I don't have a set number. Right. I don't want 50 million. I don't want 100 million. You know what I'm saying? Right. I want, me personally, I want infinite. That way I can take care of the people that I love. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't make money for me. I don't make money to buy cars. I don't make money to buy pussy, with women, whatever. Okay? Right. I don't make money to throw it in the clubs. I don't make, you know. Right. I make money to take care of my family first. My mama, my daddy, my kids, my auntie, you know what I'm saying? Right. The people that believed in me when I was the nobody, when I was just trying to hustle, when I was the outcast, when I was the throwaway. Right. That's what I grind for. And that's another thing. People grind for the money. No, grind for the people.
That's right.
When you grind for the people that love you.
Right. I just want to add to that, as we just celebrated Juneteenth, right? And people rejoiced over a holiday. You got you one holiday, whatever. But when you go back and look at what the people actually wanted when they came up out of slavery, when they found out in Texas, they wanted to reunite the family.
That's it. That was
education. They wanted to sue the slaveholders. They wanted to get land. Then they got into politics, and they wanted to control their own destiny. They wouldn't talk about no holiday.
Well, you know, I come from two different sides of the street. My mama was high, bright, yellow, and they thought she was damn near white in California, and my daddy was picking cotton in West Texas. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So I know both sides. Right. I know having a dollar, and I know having nothing. That's where we gotta start balancing our people with. You know what I'm saying? Because
economics is key. You know, it takes money to build. And it takes money to take care of family as well. Right? So, as far as in your future goals, man, what you got going on, and how can the people check you out and give them some of your social media?
Okay, before my future goals, I'm going to give y'all a gem real quick. 10%. We call it the 10% in my family. Everybody, you take 10%. When you doing something positive, when you making some money, take 10% of your earnings and put it in an account for the future generation and sending people to school. Help them people start businesses. Because then they going to take 10%. It's a 10% rule. Everybody you help got to put 10% of their earnings monthly into an account for the next generation. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, we got to start somewhere. But you can find me at AO the Famous on Instagram, spelled just like it sounds, AO the Famous. You can find me at Eaton Clothing Co. EATN. Ain't no I in team, ain't no I in Eaton. There's an apostrophe when you see it. EATN Clothing Co. Okay? Everything about the numbers. That's what Eaton stands for.
Well, look, bro, I appreciate the structure that you're giving out on how to build and obtain and keep wealth, bro. That's seriously dropping knowledge and science for today's time, for the 2021, right? Because there's so much going out there, we got access to so much, but sometimes it's easy to make the money, as they say, but it's hard to keep.
Look, if you don't have somebody that puts you on an allowance, put yourself on an allowance. I'm on a monthly allowance. My mama and my uncle are in charge of the family money, but there's a lot of us, and we all get an allowance. You understand what I'm saying? Why? Because number one, you got once you're raised right, you know that money is the only thing that keeps the family bond like the family bond is. It's not money,
right?
It's security, and
right.
That's what we look at.
Right, but what you said, but what you stated is a model that everyone can follow, because the model has been proven successful.
And everybody always want to be the top dog. You know what top dog is? When you wake up in the morning, do you feel like you're good? You feel like you're doing the best you that you can do? Then you're the top dog. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to be in charge of somebody else. Be in charge of yourself first, and then everybody else gonna follow you because they gonna see that you in charge of yourself. You got your stuff together, and they gonna follow you. Stop begging people and chasing people and forcing people and trying to impress people to follow you.
Come on.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. Well said, bro. On that note, man, we appreciate you being on
Oh man,
the
I
show.
appreciate you
Hey,
being here. My manager's Paradise over there.
Come
you know
on.
what I'm saying? Tasha Mack over here. We had Luna. It's going down.
Tasha Mack.
I need Paradise. Come Paradise. Come over
Hey,
here and chop Paradise. Come over here and chop it up real quick, B. Come on.
Paradise Entertainment in the building.
Okay, baby. Okay, baby. Look.
It's not a good day.
I feel you. Look.
But they in the building,
Hey,
though.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Go ahead. At Paradise Promotions, at Paradise spelled just like it sounds. Paradise Management. At Paradise. If you put at Paradise Promotions, you gonna see all of her pages. Paradise got her own show. Paradise do Paradise. Let me explain something. If you ain't got a goddess, boss woman handling your business these days, you gonna lose.
Say, put yourself in paradise.
Look, she gonna bring you to paradise, man. Just cause she beautiful, don't sleep on her.
Come on.
She a beast, and she gonna tend her business. That's how it works. You dig?
On that note, Verbalpic Radio, we out. Special thanks, A-Tone Productions, man, Jeff J, Entertainment, man. And be on the lookout for Black's Journey, the new movie coming at you real soon. And we out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man.